Hello fellow warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle from Warhammer 2. So this time we're playing as the Tomb Kings and we're up against Bretonnia, which lately has proven of a difficult matchup for the Tomb Kings, and the reason for that is people tend to be going really heavy on infantry with Bretonnia, and the foot squires are more than enough to deal with any Tomb Kings infantry, and mixed in with a lot of polearms at arms. Polearm at arms, aren't they called like that? Yeah, men at arms with polearms. Yeah, it makes like a really nasty situation, and being backed by a lot of peasant bowmen, yeah, that's gonna be harsh. But let's see how we did in this matchup. So we got in the back line 3 units of Tomb Guard with halberds, enough armor piercing to deal with any cavalry from Bretonnia. On the front line we have just skeleton warriors, 4 of them, and we have also Arkan the Black over here with a summon, the Tomb Blade of Arkan, which we can summon some more to fill any gaps that are gonna be created, because these guys will eventually fall to the Bretonnian infantry. And we also got just the Spiritlets, the Liber Mortis and the Staff of Nagas to reduce our cooldowns. Excuse me. 2 units of USHABTI to back the front line with the skeleton warriors. They're gonna be a nice perfect mix. And we also got 2 units of Tomb Scorpions, which are gonna be healed almost constantly by the necrotechs and trying to keep them alive, and if they stay close enough to them they're gonna be getting all of their bonuses, which are quite unique if I'm correct. Like, yeah, we get increased 10 armor and missile resistance. We also get +5 melee attack and armor piercing damage and the healing. 2 units of skeleton archers, just enough missile pressure in case something goes wrong. And I think that's all for my army, so let's go ahead and check our opponent. So over here we got 2 units of Knights of the Realm. Bretonnia hasn't gone really heavy with Grail Guardians or Grail Knights and anything like that, because it's kind of an overkill. You really need like things like the Paladin over here to kill any constructs, and also the Fey Enchantress is gonna be more than enough with all her crazy healings. And what does he get? Chalice of Potions, Favor of the Fey, Regrowth and Earth Blood. So for the main force we get 3 units of peasant mob in the front to soak up any damage. We get 1, 2, 3 units of Pox Arrows. Are they all Pox Arrows? Yeah, they're all Pox Arrows. We also got the Holy Wardens of Lamons and yeah, the Holy Wardens, let's just say, which are immune to psychology if I'm correct. No, they're not. Oh yeah, they are immune to psychology, and they also have magical attacks along with fire damage, which is gonna be great against the Tomb Kings, and with really high melee attacks, so these guys are not going anywhere. We also got the Beast Layers of Baston, enough anti-large, armor piercing, one of the best units in the Bretonnia roster to deal with any large threats, and some units of, how many foot squires? 1, 2, 3 units of foot squires, and we have 1, 2 polearms, 3. Okay, can't see. So over here I'm just gonna, let's begin and go into the battle. I'm gonna try to bait my opponent. I'm moving Arkan really close. He's gonna take the bait. All I was trying to do was get a summon in his back, get my skeleton warriors over here along with the Tomb Guard with halberds, and then just drive back the skeleton warriors over here. The front lines are gonna cross. The skeleton warriors are gonna get the charge because he was probably over here trying to micromanage all of that crap. So yeah, he really got thrown off. So the USHABTI in the front line are just gonna be decimating this peasant mob, and as soon as the foot squires and the rest are gonna get in, they're not gonna have an easier job, trust me. Over here on the left flank it's a little bit more rough for the skeleton warriors as they will be fighting all alone, but the Tomb Scorpion hopefully will remain over here and provide enough backup. So the front line is crazy. As you can see, the USHABTI are just on the run and just on the run, I mean running forwards, just advancing and chopping down any Bretonnian that they can come up with. So over here in the pitched fight, where all of the high value targets are, we are having some USHABTI in there, some the Tomb Scorpion, we got a Necrotech giving the buffs. Arkan has moved back, we have entrapped them somewhat with the skeleton warriors in the back, so all of these guys are gonna be taking some damage. Unfortunately, all these blobby fights are gonna be perfect target for the Chalice of Potions, so that's gonna be dropped on top of this Tomb Guard with halberds, and they're gonna take some really good damage. My archers at the moment are just, I pulled them into the right flank over here. I'm gonna pull this guy as well, just to remain away from the Pox Arrows, and just keep constant firepower on the Knights of the Realm, which eventually they will go down. They might have bronze shields, but just continuous peppering is gonna drive them down. Unfortunate fight over here for the Tomb Guard with halberds fighting off foot squires. They're currently winning the engagement, but that was because the Tomb Scorpion was here and he managed to do some work, but now he's moving elsewhere, right into the middle of the Bretonnian force, and there's only one unit remaining over here, which is the Beast Slayers of Baston, and as soon as I say that, I'm just gonna be out of here because I can't have my Tomb Scorpion and USHABTI fighting the Beast Slayers, because they will do some really good damage. So I'm gonna drive all of these forces back here. I'm gonna see the Holy Wardens all alone with the Peasant Bowmen over here, so we're just gonna try to shut these guys down real fast. Bounce of Power is still against my favor, but as soon as Faye is gonna start taking some damage here from the Tomb Scorpion, that's gonna start shifting. In the back we have managed to catch the Paladin. He saw Arkan the Black all alone over there. He tried to get a wrap around him, but the Tomb Guard with halberds, which was positioned back here, is gonna get a nice jump on him, and I don't think he's gonna be able to escape. So he's gonna break over here. Arkan is gonna try to escort him, or at least get him shattered. These summoned USHABTI back here, I just summoned them. I was trying to preserve that. I wanted it to be at the end that I summoned them, but these arrows were really doing some good work against my my archers in the back line, and since they're at good health at the moment and they're shooting freely, I knew that this was an advantage that I had to keep, and this is the reason I summoned the USHABTI back here. We get another summon of Skeleton Warriors right into the thick of it in order to saturate the man-at-arms with polearms, so my USHABTI can do some really better job over here. The Knights of the Realm over here with the backup of the polearms have healed up a little bit, and they're now reached their healing cap. But where's the Fae? I think we managed to kill the Fae, if I'm correct. Can't see Fae anywhere, so yeah, we must have managed to kill her, because the Knights of the Realm broke, so she was left all alone with the Paladin. We got the wrap around the Paladin, we got the wrap around the Fae Enchantress, and she has gone down, hence the Bounce of Power so massively in my favor. The Tomb Scorpion over here, we'll just keep on healing it as much as we can. It now has the Liber Mortis on top of it, providing some 44% damage resistance, and from here on with the Fae gone and pretty much all of the infantry running except like a couple of units over here, my opponent is just gonna concede defeat. GG, that was a great game. Really nice to Tofu McToffler, that's a nice name actually, so I'm Bianco Rosso at this point. So, Arkan the Black didn't do much, he was just doing some good work against that Paladin as soon as he wandered off. The Necrotists actually did some insane kill count on this one, not too many on this one, but they were there providing the buffs for the rest of the guys over here, so I'm quite happy with their performance. Skeleton Warriors, true champs, just holding the line, just being a meat bag, and the Tomb Guard with halberds, like I couldn't have won this match without these guys, so they did quite well. And this guy actually finished full health because he was constantly in reserve in case something went wrong. Damn it, my voice. Skeleton Archers, decent amount of kills, and the USHABTI along with the Tomb Scorpions absolutely nailed it against especially this guy. So for my opponent's forces, Fae Enchanters was really well rounded, and it's always a nice pick, although Lewin might be a little bit better in this matchup. I like the polearms in the front line, 4 of those along with the Beast Slayers of Baston in order to decimate my constructs, although that didn't happen thankfully because I had the USHABTI mixed in with the Skeleton Warriors at all times, so they were able to saturate that damage. And the Pox Arrows, they didn't do that much because they were just well, the front line just broke, so they were faced with the tide of the USHABTI and the Skeleton Warriors coming right straight into them. And the Knights of the Realm, that's where the game really came down to. My bait on these little goon squad over here with the Fae and the Paladin and also the Knights of the Realm. I was able to just trap my opponent, get a summon behind his back. We dropped the Liber Mortis on top of any other buff that we had. We dropped the heal, we had the Necrotic fighting alongside USHABTI and Tomb Scorpion, so we really won that fight, and from there on the rest of the match was judged. So I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Feel free to leave a like or a comment, feel free to subscribe if you're not, and hit that notification button, and yeah, gonna be seeing you next time. Bye bye.